Imagine your personal style as a block of marble waiting to be sculpted into something extraordinary. Every decision you make, every piece you choose, is a careful chisel stroke, shaping the way you present yourself to the world. But here's the thing, rush the process and you risk chipping away at something essential, leaving your sculpture unfinished, unrefined. Let's dig into stages of your personal style and how to strategically go about sculpting your style. Welcome to the Style POV podcast. I'm your host, Gabrielle Arruda, and I'm here to help you learn to trust your fashion instincts, hone your authentic style POV, and find strength through style. Creativity isn't just for artists, designers, or those we typically think of as creative types. It's a universal trait, something that you use every day of your lives, actually. Whether you're putting together an outfit, decorating your home, making a new dish, or finding new ways to express yourself, you're engaging in a creative process. Today, we'll explore how understanding the 4 stages of your personal style can help you develop a style that's truly your own. Let's begin with stage 1, preparation and exploration. Preparation is the foundation of the creative process. It's a stage where you gather all the raw materials you'll need to start building something unique and that resonates with you. Think of it as feeding your mind with information, images, and ideas. This is where you start by consciously collecting everything that might be relevant to the challenge at hand. In this case, developing your personal style. When it comes to style, this stage involves learning about your body's design pattern. What do I mean by that? Well, your body has a unique pattern that includes your body type, line, shape, proportions, scale, and natural coloration. All these elements come together to form your personal design, and understanding them is crucial to creating a style that feels authentic and one you actually love. During this preparation stage, it's essential to gather as much relevant information as possible, but also not to overdo it. This could be anything from understanding the elements of art, like line, shape, and color, and how that applies to your body and your style. This is analyzing how certain clothing silhouettes work for your body type. You might also explore different textures and how they complement your natural coloration, which I suggest you check out my textures episode in the show notes for this. The goal here is to equip yourself with a toolbox of knowledge that will serve as a basis for your style decisions. And in this preparation stage, you are exploring different style systems and style concepts and deciding if they deserve a permanent place in your style toolbox. But preparation isn't just about collecting data. It's also about analyzing what you already have. Take a look at your current wardrobe and your daily outfit photos. Which pieces do you love? Which ones do you rarely wear? Understanding why certain items work for you and others don't is a key part of this stage. This analysis will help you identify patterns in your preferences and provide insight in your body's design. Now, with all this information at your disposal, you're actually ready to move on to stage 2. This is incubation, also known as the messy middle. Incubation is perhaps the most mysterious stage in the creative process. It's the part where you step back and really let your subconscious mind do the heavy lifting. After all that preparation, the research, the gathering of data, and all those daily outfit photos, it's time to let go and allow your mind to sift through all that new information, organizing it in ways that might not be immediately obvious. During this stage, you might not be consciously thinking about your style at all. You might be engaged in other activities, perhaps completely unrelated to fashion or personal style. But beneath the surface, your brain is hard at work, sorting through all the data you've gathered, making those connections, and aligning ideas into patterns. And it's not a surprise, you can't just force the conclusions. You can't just say, perfect, outfits, now please, and expect your brain to have formed an authentic personal style. Some outfits may work, others may feel meh, but the important factor to be aware of is and reflect upon is how your outfits are making you feel, not just how they look. This is a crucial stage because it's where the magic happens. It's where your brain starts to see the possibilities, how certain pieces in your wardrobe might work together in new ways, or how a color that you've never worn before all of a sudden seems appealing. It's a stage where you start to develop a sensitivity to pattern, balance, and harmony without even completely realizing it. It's beginning to see the puzzle pieces. There's a picture being formed. You can see the possibility, but maybe not all the puzzle pieces are all in place yet. And it's a great stage to involve a professional into, if you're considering that path, because they might be able to firm up some of your style toolbox elements. In the last episode of the Style Files with Giselle, we saw how getting her art color analysis as Dark Winter helped shape her style in a completely new way, and it built out a path for all the incubations to form into concrete ideas. The incubation stage is often where we encounter the messy middle, that frustrating yet essential part of the creative process where things can feel unclear, even chaotic. It's the point where all the pieces you've gathered seem to swirl around without forming a clear picture. This stage can be challenging. It's easy to feel lost or tempted to rush to a conclusion. But the messy middle is where the magic happens, where your subconscious mind is hard at work, sorting through ideas, making connections, and slowly bringing order to the chaos. Embrace this part of the process because it's in the messy middle that true creativity is born, leading you to those breakthroughs that will define your personal style. Think of this stage as kind of like a gestation. Just like a child grows in the womb, your ideas about style are developing, becoming more defined, more cohesive. But just as with any growth process, this stage requires patience. You can't rush it. The ideas will come in their own time, and when they do, you'll be ready for the next stage, which is illumination. Illumination is that aha moment we all know and love. It's a stage where everything suddenly clicks into place. After all that preparation and incubation, the solution to your problem, or in this case, your unique personal style, starts to become clearer, more visible. A picture has formed. This is the moment of inspiration when you suddenly see how everything fits together. You might be out shopping and suddenly find the perfect piece that ties your wardrobe together. Or you might be getting dressed one morning and realize that an unexpected combination of items creates a look that just feels right. There's an ease to your style decisions, a trusting in your own fashion instincts, a self-reliance when it comes to building an outfit. Your style becomes something you own. This stage is often accompanied by a feeling of joy, a sense of certainty that you've discovered something important about yourself. It's the moment when you begin to see the artistic potential of your own unique form and how you can express that through clothing and accessories. You start to recognize what works for you and why, whether it's a particular color, silhouette, or fabric. It just starts to make sense. But illumination isn't just about a single moment of discovery. It's about starting to trust your instincts, to learn what your inner voice that tells you when something feels authentic and true to who you are. And once you've had the moment of illumination, it's time to move on to a final stage of the creative process, which is verification and repetition. Verification is where the rubber meets the road. It's a stage where you take all those ideas and insights and put them into practice. This is where you refine your style, testing it out different combinations and making adjustments until everything aligns with your vision. For some, this stage can come kind of naturally. If you've always had a flair for style or you trust your instincts incredibly well, you might find that you slip into the stage with ease, experimenting with different outfits and accessories until you achieve the look you want. But for others, this stage might require a conscious effort and practice, and that's okay. Remember, personal style is a journey, not a destination. It may take time to build up those trust muscles, to have faith in the choices you're making are right for your personal style. During verification, it's important to apply your learned skills and techniques. This might involve using the principles of design you've studied, such as repetition, contrast, or balance, to create outfits that are not only aesthetically pleasing, but also feel uniquely yours. It's also a great point to bring in my 4 style pillars to determine what elements are really essential to your style and what makes your style you. It's about bringing your ideas to life in a way that feels integrated with your body's design pattern and your personality. They have to both be there. Think of this stage as kind of like practice. Just as a musician practices scales or a dancer rehearses steps, developing your personal style requires time and repetition. The more you experiment and refine, the more natural and effortless your style will become, and the easier it will be to apply to other extensions or lifestyle needs. You'll find it's easier to translate your beautiful princess style into a more casual mom look, or when you need a gym look, it becomes easy to create. And this is a great stage to look toward the future and explore the concepts in my Dream Style video, which is linked in the show notes. But verification isn't just about perfecting your look. It's also about embracing your personality and letting it shine through in your style choices. Ask yourself, how do I want to express who I am through what I wear? What aspects of my personality do I want to highlight? The answers to these questions will guide you as you continue to refine that personal style expression. Understanding and reflecting on which stage of the creative process you're currently in is essential to unlocking your personal style. Each stage, whether it's preparation, incubation, illumination, or verification, requires a different mindset and approach. By recognizing where you are, you can give yourself the space and patience needed to fully engage with that stage. Are you gathering inspiration and knowledge, or are you in the messy middle, where things feel unclear? Perhaps you've had a breakthrough and are now refining your ideas. Wherever you are, acknowledging it helps you stay present in the process, avoiding the rush to completion and allowing your style to evolve naturally and authentically. This awareness not only enhances your creativity, but also ensures that the style you develop is a true reflection of who you are. It's where you stop to examine your style sculpture and see, Do I need to plan some more? Or do I need to adjust this section? Or is it time to admire my creation? Because if you're just rushing and not properly in the headspace to tackle your given stage, you're going to start wildly chipping away at your sculpture and end up feeling more confused than ever. And probably starting from scratch a couple months later, only to exclaim, that system doesn't work, or this style stinks for me, without giving it the proper chance to evolve and grow for you. So what comes next? Embrace and evolve. So you started to go through the 4 stages of the creative process and arrived at a place where your style feels authentic and true to who you are. But what happens next? Is the journey over? Not quite. Style, like creativity, is ever evolving. As you go through different phases of your life, encounter new experiences, gain new insights, your style may also change. This is perfectly natural and should be embraced. And the more times you do it and the more systematic you are, the easier it will become. It will be like an exciting new challenge that pops up instead of a, oh, geez, not again. Once you've reached the verification stage, take a moment to enjoy the style you've cultivated. Celebrate the fact that you've created something that's uniquely yours, but also stay open to the possibility of starting the creative process all over again. Or over time, you may find that you return back to style systems you originally brushed off as, that's not for me. It will be a journey. Maybe you'll get new style input from an unexpected source, a new trend, a lifestyle change, or even an evolved perspective on who you are. When this happens, don't hesitate to re-enter the preparation stage. Gather that new information. Let your subconscious work its magic during incubation. Await the fresh moment of illumination, the compound build of everything you started with and what you now have. And then you'll verify and refine your style once again. The beauty of the creative process is that it's cyclical and continuous, allowing you to grow and evolve with each iteration. In essence, the goal of personal style isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about embracing the journey, allowing your style to reflect your personal growth, and enjoying every step of the creative process. As we wrap up today's episode, I encourage you to reflect on where you are in your own creative process. And if you haven't, join my free Facebook group for a wonderful style community to share your style wins, your style stages, and grow your style expression. And if you happen to be listening to this on YouTube, feel free to suggest any stylist or fashion creators who you might want to see on a future segment of the Style POV, or what types of episodes you most enjoy, so that I can create more content you love. One more thing I need to mention, friends, is that we need to make a little deal. Let's call it the Style Pact. If today's episode gave you that spark of inspiration, helped you see your wardrobe in a new light, or just even kept you company during your morning coffee, here's what I ask. As part of our Style Pact, I'm asking you to do something simple. If you're enjoying the show, hit the subscribe button, leave a quick review, or share an episode with a friend who's always raiding your closet for ideas. By doing so, you're helping our community grow and keeping this style inspiration flowing for everyone. Until next time, stay creative, stay true to yourself, and remember, your style is your story. Make it a great one.